I spent some time more than necessary doing something quote unquote unrelated, but at the very least, like this, I am getting anywhere, instead of of not taking responsibility for the things that I should be taking it. So yeah, let us transition into here directly. And hello everybody. What the fuck is this loud? Isn't this like a little bit louder than what it needs to be? Anyways, hello everybody, here we are, another beautiful occasion. In this particular case, to keep reading some beautiful Mahabharata. I seem to have properly done my work in that sense. So, what the fuck, why do I sound like this? Anyways, anyways, I don't know, my voice is always fucking funky. So, continuing with all of these concepts, we were over the Mahabharata on page, as it says in the title, 100 and what is it? No, 932. So let me properly here. Well, before that, as always, thanks for being here. Hello everybody, welcome beautiful lurkers, welcome also beautiful bot watchers, and yeah, wait, is the bot working? No, the bot isn't working today. And wait, chat is also not working. Okay, chat is with lag somehow, I don't know. Anyways, aside from that, let us properly transition into here. So yeah, we were over here trying to deal with canto number 6. My man, I remember we went over last time all of the lessons that were given to what was it, Yudhishthira from Mahamuni Narada. It was incredibly powerful, or well, not powerful, full of content. So yeah, really hard to say anything bad about it, It was something, let's say like that. It happened that we watched that exist. My man, what a completely crazy collection of different events and such. My man, yeah. All of this, I guess the fifth, what was it called? I don't remember. Let me see. We have it over here. The Lokapala Sabhagiana Parva, the fifth canto, is probably one of the, at least so far, the most interesting cantos in the sense of knowledge contained on it. So yeah. Anyways, let's see if we are going to have to deal with even more knowledge contained content, or if we are worryless about it in this case, because yeah, we are continuing, as I said, canto 6. Now, wait, let me drink some water, some beautiful hot water in the form of mate. How much I fucking love mate. And well, let me see. Yeah, I have no more fucking mate. This is so sad. Literally, as I start the stream, I run out of fucking mate. This is a failure. Anyways, I have cold water. So yeah, let us properly now start. Canto 6. Lokapala Sabhagyana Parava continued. By Sampayana said, when Narada Muni finishes speaking, Yudhishthira Dharmaraja worships him appropriately, and then, commanded by the sage, he begins to answer briefly the questions the Rishi has asked. Yudhishthira says, Holy One, the laws which you have enumerated are true and proper. As for me, I do observe those laws as best as I can. For sure, the karma done by kings of yore did bear fruit, and was undertaken from the purest motives to achieve the best possible objects. Master, you certainly wish to tread the same righteous path as those kings, who, besides, were men of perfect self-control. Pandu's son, Yudhishthira, of great glory, having reverently listened to Narada Muni and having answered the sage's question, now falls into a moment's thought. Then, sensing a fine chance, sitting beside the Rishi, The king asked Narada, who sits at his ease and who can journey into any world at will in that sabha of kings. With the speed of the mind, you range through numberless worlds created by Brahma of yore, seeing all things. Tell me, O Brahmana, have you ever seen anywhere a sabha to equal this one of mine, or any superior to it? Narada replies, smilingly, sweetly, Child, O king, I have never seen or heard before of a sabha among men built of jewels and gemstones like this one of yours. However, I will describe to you the gods of Yama, king of the dead, of Varuna, of vast intellect, of Indra, king of the Devas, and also of Kubera, who has his home on Kailasa. I will also describe to you Brahma's celestial sabha, which dispels all unease. All these sabhas reflect both divine and human design and use every form that exists in the universe. The Devas, the Pitters, the Satyas, the Ganas, self-controlled rishis offering sacrifices, tranquil munis always at Vedic sacrifice, all offer worship to these sacred gods. All of them I will describe for you, Maharati Rishabha, if you have a mind to listen. Mahatma Yudhishthira, his brothers and the great Brahmanas present all fold their hands to beg Narada to do so. Yudhishthira says, describe all the sabhas for us, for we surely wish to listen to you. O Brahmana, of what is each one made? How big is each sabha? How long and how wide? Who attends upon the Pitamaha in his court? And who upon Indra, lord of the Devas? And who upon Vivaswan's son Yama? Who waits upon Varuna and upon Kubera in their sabhas? O Ramarishi, tell us in detail, for all of us are agog to hear about them. Narada replies, listen, O king, all of you, about these sabhas of heaven, one by one. My man, oh my god. I think the simple idea of something like, what was it? All of them I will describe. No. Munis, Satyas, what is it? All these sabhas reflect here. All these sabhas reflect both divine and human design and use every form that exists in the universe. What a complex fucking description, my man. So yeah, this once again is interesting as fuck. Let us continue. Canto 7. Lokapala Sabhagyana Parva continued. Narada said, lustrous is the sabha of Indra, which he has Indra, got as the fruit of his punya. Splendid as the sun, Sakra himself built his court. Indra sabha can go anywhere at all, at his will. It is 150 yohanas long, 100 yohanas wide, 5 yohanas high. It dispels the infirmities of age, grief, exhaustion, and fear, and bestows great fortune. Fine and grand are its apartments, and beautiful the heavenly trees which surround it. Fine are its seats, and it is altogether delightful. Son of Prita, in that sabha upon a magnificent throne sits the Lord of the Devas with his wife Sachi of great beauty and fortune. He assumes a form which defies description, a crown upon his head, bright bracelets on his arms, wearing pure white robes, garlands with flowers of many colors, and sits there with beauty, fame and glory beside him. That illustrious Deva of 100 sacrifices is waited upon in that sabha, O king, by the Maruts, who are all Grihastas, the Siddhas, the Devarishis, the Satyas, the Devas, and by Marutas of shining skins, wearing golden garlands, with unearthly forms and shimmering ornaments. All these constantly attend upon Indra Parantapa. My man. Kaunseya, the celestial sages, also all pure-souled, washed all of all sin, resplendent like Agni, the husbands, free of any sorrow, free of anxiety's fever, all performers of the Somayagna wait upon and worship Indra. Parasara and Parvata, and Savarni and Galava, and Kanka, antemuni Gaurosiras, Andurbasa, Ankrothana, Ansuena, Antemuni, Dirgatamas, Pavitrapani, Savarni, Yagnavalkya, Anbaluki, and Udialaka, Zwataketu, Antandya, and also Brandayani, and Havishmat, and Garishta, and the king Hadishtandra, and Grida, and Udarshanil. What? Udarshanadilya, Parasarya, and Krishavala, Bataskantha, Bisakha, Vidatha, and Gala, Karaladanta, Travastri, and Vishwakarman, and Tumburu, and other rishis, some born of woman, and others living on air, and others again living on fire. All of these worship Indra, the Vajradhari, Lord of all the worlds, and Sahadeva, and Sunitha, and Balgambi of great tapasya, and Samika of thoughtful speech, and Prachetas who always keep his word, and Medhakiti, and Vamadeva, and Pulastya, Pulaha and Kratu, and Maruta, and Marichi, and Stanu of vast tapasya, and Kakshivat, and Gautama, and Tarkya, and also the Muni Vaishwanara, and the Muni Kalakabrikshya. What? Kalakabrikshya, and Azarabia, and also Hiranmaya, and Sambarta, and Devahapya, and Viswaksena of great Tejas, and Gamba, and Katyayana, O king, and Gargya, and Kaushika, all dwell there, with the celestial waters, and plants, and faith, and indulgence, and the Devi Saraswati, and Artha, Dharma, and Kama, and lightning, Bandava, and rain-bearing clouds, and the winds, and all the thunder of heaven, the earthen points, the 27 fires which convey the sacrificial water, Agni and Soma, and the Agni of Indra, and Mitra and Savitri, and Aryaman, and Bhaga, Vishwa, the Satyas, Brihaspati, the Guru, and also Sukra, Vishwabasu, and Chitrasena, and Sumanas, and also Taruna, the yagnas, the gifts to Brahmanas, the planets, and all the stars, O Mahabharata, and the mantras which are chanted during sacrifices, all these jewels there. And, O king, many apsaras and Gandharvas pleased the Lord of the Devas with various dances and music and songs, and with the performance of auspicious rites and exhibitions of myriad feats and of skill. They gratify Satakratu, the slayer of Balan and Britra. Besides these, many other Brahmanas and Raharishis and Devarishis, all splendid as fire, adorned in bright garlands and precious ornaments, frequently visit and live that Sabha, riding in unearthly chariots of diverse kinds. Brihaspati and Sukra are always present in Indra's Sabha, and many other lustrous rishis of stern bows, and Brigu and the Sapta Rishis, who are equal overhand to Brahma himself, come to and depart Sabha in Vimanas as exquisite as the chariot of Soma, and themselves as brilliant as Soma himself. This, O Mahabahu, is the Sabha of Indra, of 100 yagnas, which is called Pushkaramalini, which I have seen. Listen now to the description of Yama's Sabha. I guess, in a sense, okay, let's say like this. It has a good description. The problem is it lacks anything else aside from the description itself. Like, there is no other, I wouldn't say real content, because by itself the descriptions are content, but rather the notion of those descriptions lacking more deepness, let's say like that, more deepness makes it incredibly harder to really find any proper lesson from these ideas. I will say, in this sense, what I am trying to mean is, I understand the concept of gods on the Hinduistic religion. I do not see if there is anything to gain from talking about such an incomprehensible concept like this. I would understand it if we were talking, or if we were considering something more humane, let's say, but when we are dealing with something so out of the plane of our existence, it gets, at least for me, hard to really observe any proper idea to gain from talking about this, basically. So yeah, I don't know. Let us simply continue. Canto 8. Lokapala Sabhagyana Parva continued. Vaisampayana said, Narada says, Yudhishthira, now I will tell you about the court of Yama, son of Vivaswat, which was ruled by Viswakarman. Listen, shining like burnished gold, that Sabha sprawls across more than 100 yohanas. Splendid as the sun, it yields one's every wish. It is neither too warm nor too cold, and it enchants the heart. No grief, no weakness of age, neither hunger nor thirst enter that sabha. Nothing inauspicious finds any place there, or even any ill feeling. Every object of desire, human or divine, can be found in that mansion. Every manner of thing of delight. Sweet, succulent, delicious, pure things to eat, to drink, and suck upon are there in profusion. Parantapa, the banamalas in that sabha are of unearthly fragrance, and the trees which surround the palatial court yield any fruit one wishes for. Both hot and cold water are to be found here, sweet and enjoyable. In that sabha, numerous rajarishis, almost holy, and brahmarishis of immaculate purity, O child, happily attend upon and worship Vivaswat's son Yama. Yayati is there, Nuhusha, Puru, Mandhatri, Somaka, Nriga, Rajarishi, Trasatyu, Kritavirya, Srutasravas, Arishtanemi, Siddha, Kritavega, Kriti, Nimi, Pratardana, Sibi, Matsya, Pritulaksha, Brihadarata, Bharta, Maruta, Kusika, Sanksya, Sankriti, Dhruva, Chatusrawa, Sadaswarmi, and Kartavirya, Vaharalta, Ansurata, Sunita, Nishata, Nala, Divodasa, Ansumana, Sambarisha, Bhagirata, Vyasva, Sadaswa, Badiyaswa, Budaraswa, Piritus Vega, Piritus Ravas, Pirishadaswa, Basumanas, Kushapa, and Sumahavala, Brishadgu, Rusadru, Brishasena, Purukutsa, Dwahin, and Rathin, Arshtisena, Dilipa, and the High Soul, Ushinara, Ausinari, Pundarika, Saryati, Sarabha, and Suchi, Anga, Rishta, Bena, Dujyanta, Zerinhaya, and Haya, Bangasuri, Sunita, and Nishada, and Bajinara, Karanjama, Balhika, Sutyumna, and the mighty Madhu, Aila, and the mighty king of the earth, Maruta, Kapota, Trinaka, and Sahadeva, and Arjuna also, Vyaswa, Saswa, and Kirishaswa. What? Arjuna? What? Arjuna? Arjuna, what? Wait. Arjuna? What? Arjuna? Why the fuck is Arjuna here? Is this another Arjuna? Is this a coincidence of names? Or is this the same Arjuna as the human Arjuna? What? What? My man, is this a spoiler almost? Like, this guy ended up achieving such swarga that he ended up going to such a good place. Like, this man. Vyaswa, Saswa, and Grishaswa, and King Sasabindu, Rama, the son of Dasaratha, and Lakshmana, and Pratardana, Alarka, and Kakshasena, Gaya, and Gausraswa, Hamadagnyas, Hamadagnya, give a second, Hamadagnyas son, Rama, Nabhaga, and Sagara, Buredyumna, and Mahaswa, Pritaswa, and also Hanaka, King Bangya, Barisena, Puruhit, and Hanamehaya. My man, yeah. I guess these are the kings of the real earth. Hanamehaya, man. Wait. Hanamehaya is the one who is hearing the fucking story at this moment. Man, this is where all of this is happening now. I understand. Man. Brahmadatta and Trigarta and Uparechara also. Indradyumna, Bhimahanu, Gauraprishta, Nala, Gaya, Padma, and Muchukunda, Buridyumna, Prasenahit, Aristanemi, Sudyumna, Pritulaswa, and Ashtaka also, 100 kings of the Matsya race, 100 of the Nipa, and 100 of the Gaya races, 100 kings all named the Dharatirashtra, 80 kings named Kanamehaya, 100 sovereigns called Brahmadatta, and 100 kings bearing the name Iri, more than 200 Bhishmas, and also 100 Bhimas, 100 Prativindhyas, 100 Nagas, 100 Hayas, and 100 Palasas, and 100 Kalkasa and Kusa, that king of kings, Santanu, and your father Pandu, Usangava, Satarata, Devaraha, Hayadrata, the most intelligent Raharishi, Birshadharva, with his ministers and 1,000 other kings known by the name of Sasabindu, who have died, having performed many grand horse sacrifices with munificent gifts to the Brahmanas. These holy royal sages of magnificent achievements and vast knowledge of the Shastras, O king, wait upon and worship the son of Vivaswat in that sabha, and Agastya and Matanga and Kala and Baritu, performers of sacrifices, the Siddhyas and many yogins, the beaters, as also others who have forms, the Kalachakra, wheel of time, and Agni, the burning conveyor of the sacrificial batter, all sinners among human beings, as also those that have died during the winter solstice. The helpers of Yama have been appointed to count the allotted days of everybody and everything. The appointed to count the the Singsapa, Palasa, Kasa and Kusa trees and plants in their embodied forms. All these, Rahan, wait upon and worship the god of justice in his sabha. Many others too are present at the court of the king of the beaters. So numerous are they that I cannot tell you either all their names or their great deeds. This enchanting and vast sabha travels anywhere at the will of its lord. Vishwakarman built it after a prolonged tapasya, and, O Mahabharata, brilliant with its own lustre, it stands beautiful in all its glory. Sannyasis of stern tapasya, grave vratas of truthful speech, serene, pure of sacred karma, their bodies radiant, wearing spotless robes, bracelets, garlands of flowers, golden earrings, and adorned by their own holy deeds, as with the marks of their order, constantly visit that sabha. Many bright Gandharvas and Apsaras fill every corner of the court with music and songs, with dance and with their unearthly laughter. Fine perfumes, sweet sounds, and garlands of celestial flowers make that an always supreme blessed sabha. Hundreds of thousands of beings of Dharma, of heavenly beauty and great wisdom, always attend upon and worship the illustrious Yama, Lord of the Creator, in that court. Such, Rahan, is the sabha of the illustrious King of the Mains. Now I will describe for you the sabha of Varuna, also called Pushkaramadini. My man, what an incredible place. I don't understand this. Of the kings known as called Agniswatas, Fenapa, Ushampa, Sadhavat, Zwadhavat, and Barhishada, the beaters, I guess. But the point is, why is there such a distinction between the sabha of the kings and the sabha of the deities? Shouldn't both of those be or have the possibility of being visited if one reaches enough achievements? Let's say, I think they were called tejas here. If one has enough tejas to reach those places, that one can attain Swarga and go to those places because your Texas allow you or prove for you that you are suitable enough to be in those places. Like, I mean, I guess Indra should be the main objective, as Indra is, at least for what I understood so far, the king of every other deity, Deva. So, I don't know. At the very same time, I will guess that being in a place like this, where Tapasya, as in knowledge, is so much well, being always consumed, is still incredibly beneficial. But I don't know, because one of the few things that I will probably say is the same is the knowledge about, what is the name? The knowledge about what Indra knows and what Indra has the capacity of doing will be as equal as the Mahabharata in the description of only where Indra is, you will find everything. And if Indra doesn't have it, it means that nothing else will have it. I guess. I don't know. But yeah, so far that is all I can properly say about this. Now, I'm sorry, but I need to take a short break because I need to go for an idle meeting, an idle break. I need to do something. Give me. Oh man, I knew that I had to go to the bathroom so much. No, what? What? I didn't say that. What? I didn't say that. Act as if I didn't say that. Sorry. Uh, oh no, immeasurable broken. Anyways, let us try to continue here. We were over Canto 9. Going to start it. Give me a second because I also want to get this over here. Okay, there it is. Transition, very nice. Also, sometimes I don't even notice that we have the clock sound going on while it is incredibly loud almost compared to other sounds. So yeah, I don't know. It still is crazy to see that it exists and at the same time it doesn't. Man, I also have to give chord to my own clock, and it seems incredible to see that it somehow still needs to be every single day corded or something like that. And it still is incredibly crazy to see that the microphone doesn't pick up that sound. So yeah, anyways, here we are, Canto 9, Lokapala Sabhakiana Parva continue. So yeah, Narada says, Yudhishthira, the celestial sabha of Varuna, is unequal for its splendor. It is as large as Yama's hall. Eh? 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 What? Eh? 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 I guess. Eh? I don't know. Its walls and arches are all pure white. Vishwakarman built in the waters, countless unworldly trees made of gemstones and jewels, yielding excellent flowers and fruits surround it, as well as numerous fine plants laden with blooms, blue and yellow, black and grey, white and red, which interbowers lakhs of beetles of myriad species, beautiful and variegated, constantly singing their sweet songs. Salubrious is the air, and in and around that sabha, neither cold nor hot, Varona's enchanting palace, blemishly white, contains numberless chambers, all furnished with fine seats. Within sits Varuna, wearing celestial raiment, ornaments and jewelry, with his queen, daubed with heavenly perfumes and smeared with sandalwood paste of unearthly redolence. The Adityas wait upon and worship the illustrious Varuna, lord of waters, and Vasuki and Takshaka, and Tenaga Airavana. Krishna and Lohita, Padma and Chitra of great Tejas, Tenagas called Kambala and Aswatara, and Haratirashtra and Balahaka, Manimat and Kundadhara, and Karkotaka, and Dhananjaya, Panimat and the mighty Kundaka, O Lord of the earth, and Pradala, and Mushikada, and Kanamehaya, all with auspicious marks, mandalas, and hoods extended. These and many other great snakes, Yudhishthira, without fear of any kind, wait upon and adore the illustrious Varuna. And, O king, Bali the son of Virochana and Naraka, subduer of the whole earth, Sangaraja and Bripachiti, and the Danavas also, no, sorry, and the Danavas called Kalakhangyas, and Sukhano, and Turmukha, and Sangha, and Sumanas, and also Sumati, and Gatodara, and Mahasparaswa, and Karthana, and also Pitara, and Viswarupa, Eswarupa, and Virupa, Mahasiras, and Dasagriva, Bali, and Maghavasas, and Dasavara, Titava, and Vitaphuta, and Sangrada, and Indratapana. These deities and Danavas, all wearing earrings, crowns, and draped in garlands, wearing unworldly robes, all blessed with great wounds, and possessed of untold valor and immortal, and all of fine conduct and excellent vows, wait upon and worship the illustrious Varuna, the Deva whose weapon is the Pasa in Tatsabha. And, O king, the four oceans are there, the river Bhagirathi, the Kalindi, the Vidisa, the Vena, the swift-flowing Narmada, the Vipasa, the Satadu, the Chandrabhaga, the Saraswati, the Iravati, the Vitasta, the Sindhu, the Devanadi, the Godavari, the Krishnavena, and Kaveri, queen of rivers, the Kimpuna, the Valsia, and the river Baitarani too, the Tritiya, the Klestila, and the great Sona, the Charmanwati and the mighty Parnasa, the Sarayu, the Baravatia and the River Queen, the Langali, the Karatoya, the Atreyi, the Red Mahanada, the Lahanti, the Gomati, the Sandhya, and also the Tristrolasi. These and other rivers, all sacred and famed tirthas of pilgrimage, as well as other streams and holy waters, lakes and wells and springs and tanks, large and small, all interpersonified forms, O Mahabharata, wait upon and worship the Lord Varuna. The cardinal points of the heaven, the earth, and all the mountains, as also every species of aquatic creature, all worship Varuna in his sabha. Numerous tribes of Gandharvas and Apsaras, giving to music and song, wait upon Varuna, singing hymns of praise to him. All the mountains which are known for being beautiful and jewel-rich, come, embodied to that sabha and enjoy sweet converse with one another. Varuna's foremost minister, Sunabha, surrounded by his sons and grandsons, also attends upon his master, along with a sacred body of water called Go, personified. All these worship that Deva. Bharatari Shabha, this is the Sabha of Varuna, which I have seen during my wandering. Listen now to a description of the hall of Kubera. I have a question. Who the fuck is in Narada at this point? This guy has seen, I guess, I would say almost the most incredible things in the whole reality almost. He's amazing in that sense, in that regard. I would almost argue that what he has observed is unequal in quality. My man, what an incredibly crazy description of things. And I guess also I have different questions like the genders weren't specified, but I would be surprised if something as traditional as the Mahabharata wouldn't have somewhere that all rivers are female or male, and all mountains are male or female, and so on and so forth. That was kind of, not weird, kind of missing there, let's say like that. That part of, okay, these different mountains are this gender, or these rivers are this other, in the sense of what I said. In general, the Hindus are not that open about genders. So yeah, I don't know. Let's continue. Canto 10. Lokapala Sabhagyana Parva continued. Narada says, the splendid court of Kubera by Saravana, Urakan, is 100 yohanas long and 70 yohanas wide. Vaisaravana himself built this sabha, using his Tapasya Shakti. As brilliant as the peaks of Kailasa, this edifice eclipses the very moon with its radiance, supported by Guyakas, that palace appears to be fixed to the sky of unearthly contrivance. It is exquisite, with lofty golden chambers of all delights, scented with heavenly perfumes, and encrusted with priceless jewels past counting. It resembles the summits of massed white clouds, and truly seems to float on air. Painted in celestial gold, it appears to be adorned with streaks of lightning. Within that sabha, upon a beautiful throne, bright as the sun, covered with clothes of heaven, sorry for hitting the mic, covered with clothes of heaven, furnished with a peerless footstool, sits the Lord Vaisaravana, handsome and pleasant, wearing fine robes, priceless ornaments, sparkling earrings, and surrounded by his 1,000 wives. Cool, delightful breezes, which murmur through forests of tall mandaras, bear the scents of great jungles of jasmines, and also the fragrance of the lotuses which float upon the river Alaka, and those of the divine gardens of Nandana, and these always minister to the pleasure of the king of the Yakshas. Here the Devas, with the Gandharvas and various troops of Apsaras, sing in chorus, Rahan, songs of heavenly sweetness. Oh my god, no, this is already the fourth one. Miss Rakesi and Ramhan, and Chitrasena, and Suchismita, and Charunetra, and Gritachi, and Menaka, and and Pungikasthala, and Biswachi, Sahajanya, and Pramlocha, and Urvasia Nira, and Varga, and Sarabhye, and Samichi, and Budbuda, and Lata, these and 1,000 other Apsaras and Gankaravas, all masters of mistresses, holy fucking god, these and 1,000 other Apsaras and Gankaravas, all masters and mistresses of music and dance, attend on Kubera, Lord of Treasures. That sabha, always brimming with notes from divine instruments and voices, as with the sounds of many Gankarva and Apsara tribes dancing, is full of charm and joy. The Gankarvas called Kinaras, also known as Naras, and Manibhadra and Tanada, and Zwetabhadra, and Gukyaka, Kaseraka, Gandakandu, and the mighty Pradyota, Gustumburug, Pisacha, Ahakarna, and Biska Laka, Virahakarna, Tamroshta, Falakaksha, and Falodaka, Hansachuda, Sikhavarta, Gemanitra, Vibhishana, Pushpanana, Pingalaka, Sonitoda, and Bravalaka, Brikshavas, what the fuck? Brikshavas Yaniketa, and Chiravasas. This, O Mahabharata, and lakhs of other yakshas always await upon Kubera. The goddess Lakshmi ever remains there. Also Kubera's son, Nala Kubara. I myself and many others like me, we go often to that hall, as do many Brahmana rishis and Devarishis. Numerous Rakshasas and Gandharvas, besides those I named, attend upon and worship in that sabha the illustrious lord of all treasures. O tiger among kings, the illustrious husbands of Uma, lord of created things, the three-eyed Mahadeva, wielder of the trident, the slayer of the Ashura, Bhaganetra, the mighty god of the fierce bow, surrounded by Ganasangas, spirits in thousand, some dwarfish, some of fierce mien, some hunchbacked, some with blood-red eyes, some of frightful yells, some feeding upon fat and flesh, and some too terrible to look at, but all armed with diverse weapons and blessed with the speed of wind, along with the Devi Parvati, who is always cheerful and who knows no tiredness. I'll come to the court of their dear friend Kubera, the Lord of Treasures, hundreds of Gandharva's lords, with joyful hearts and wearing finery, and Viswabasu, and Jaja and Huhu, and Tumburu, and Parvarta, and Sailusha, and Chitrasena, musical genius, and also Chitrarata. These and countless other Gandharvas worship the Lord of Treasures. Chagradharman, lord of the Vidyakaras, with his followers, wait in that hall upon the Lord of Treasures, and Kinaras in their hundreds, and innumerable kings, Bhagadata, their lord, and Druma, lord of the Kimpurushas, and Mahendra, lord of the Rakshasas, and Ganhamadana, accompanied by so very many yakshas, Gandharvas and Rakshasas, wait upon the Lord of Treasures. Vibhishana of Dharma also there worships his elder brother Kubera. The mountains Himavad, Pariyatra, Vindhya, Kailasa, Mandara, Malaya, Durdura, Mahendra, Ganhamadana, Indrakila, Sunabha, and the sunrise and sunset mountains. These and many other ranges, besides all in their personified forms, with Meru standing before the rest, wait upon and worship the lambent Lord of Treasures, the illustrious Nandiswara and Mahakala, and many spirits with arrowy ears and shaped pointed mouths. Kasta, Kutimukha, Danti, and Vihaya of great asceticism, with a mighty white bull of Shiva roaring deep, all come to that sabha. Besides this, many other Rakshasas and Pisachas worship Kubera in that grand hall. Kubera, son of Pulastya once performed Tapasya worshipped Shiva in alternate ways of adoration. He then sat by the very side of the Devadeva, god of gods, creator of the three worlds, Mahadeva surrounded by his Ganas. One day, Baba, the Most High, met Kubera, his friend, and then on, O king, Shiva always dwells in the sabha of his friend, the Lord of Treasures. Those princes of all gemstones in the three worlds, Sangha and Padma, in their embodied forms, with all the jewels of the earth, also personified, worship Kubera. I have seen Kubera's sabha of fascination, which can cross the firmament, and it is Rahan, as I have described. Now listen to what I say about the sabha of Brahma, the grandsire. Ganguly says, Croesus. What the fuck is Croesus? What? Croesus? What? Croesus. Kubera, Croesus. Who is Croesus? Doesn't even fit the normal descriptions. Croesus isn't even a Hindu name. What the fuck is Croesus? What is that name doing here? Anyways, yeah, I guess Ganguly was crazy when he wrote that. I will guess that is why there is also an exclamation mark there. So yeah, let us see. How long is this? Because they seem to be at the very least 2 pages long. This one is 3, 4. Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we might go for 7 pages. I don't take simply 1 minute for every single page, so we will see if I can do both. Yeah, I will try to do both cantos, canto 11 and canto 12, and when we are done with those, we are going to finish. But yes, so far it still suffers the same thing. There isn't really that much to say. I understand that the descriptions are wonderful, and I appreciate that they are being described, but I don't really get anything out of them. I guess, aside from the desire to visit those places, if you were to try and get such amounts of tapasya and dehas and all of the different penances that you have to realize for the sake of being a good human, I will simply say, you need to really learn about the different motivations that you have to go there. But I still don't see anything to gain from really getting so many descriptions aside from that. So yeah, anyways, Canto 11, Lokapala Sahwakiana Parva continued. Narada says, listen to me, child, and I will tell you about I will tell you about Sahwa. What? Why are there some fucking random letters? Anyways, and I will tell you about the Sahwa of the Pitamaha, the house which no one can describe adequately. In the Krita Yuga of old, the Saktel Deva Aditya once came down from heaven into the world of men. He had seen the Sahwa of Brahma Svayambhuva, and now joyfully ranged the face of the earth to see what he could hear. Pandava. It was then that I met him, and that God told me, Mahabharata Rishabha, about the unearthly heart of the grandsire, which is immeasurable, subtle, and indescribable in form and shape, and which enchants and delights the hearts of all who see it with its splendor. Mahabharata Rishabha. When I heard about the glories of that sabha, Rahan, I wanted to see it. I asked Aditya, exalted one, I want to see the sacred sabha of the Pitamaha, Lord of Lights. Tell me, through what tapasya, karma, mantras, or yagnas can I look upon that wondrous court which washes out every sin away? Aditya, god of day, Deva of 1,000 rays, replied, with your mind restrained in dhyana, keep the Mahabharata of 1,000 years. I went to the bosom of the Himavat and began that great bow. When I finished, the exalted and ceaseless Surya Deva of terrific Tejas, who knows no darkness, took me with him to the Sabha of Brahma. Rahan, it is impossible to describe that Sabha in words, for in a moment it assumes a new and different form, which language cannot capture. Mahabharata. I cannot tell you how vast it is or what its shape is. I had never seen anything like it before. It brings every joy to those within it, and it is neither hot nor cold. We have to wait. Hang Hunger, thirst, and every manner of unease vanish as soon as one enters that hall. The bot is fucking working. Give me a second because I want to get. If the bot decide to revive, let me get the red message already. Copy. Yeah, give me this. Let's fucking go. Anyways, it appears to be made of scintillating jewels of countless kinds. No columns seem to support it, and being eternal, it knows no decay. It is self-refulgent, and with its numberless splendid lights, it excels the moon, the sun, and the firing laser. Situated in Swarga, it blazes forth as if it were chiding the illuminer of the day. In Tatsabha, the supreme deity, the grandsire of all created things, who has made them all through his Maya Shakti, abides ever, and Daksha, Parachetas, Pulaha, Marichi, Kashyapa, the master, Bhrigu, Atri, and Vashista, and Gautama, and also Angiras, and Pulastya, Kratu, Pralada, and Kardama, these Prajapatis and Angirasa of the Atharvan Veda, the Balakhilias, the Marichipas, intelligence, space, knowledge, air, heat, water, earth, sound, touch, form, taste, scent, nature, and the gunas of nature, and the elemental and primal causes of the world, all dwell in that Sabha, beside the Lord Brahma, and Agstya of great Tejas, and Markandeya of great Tapasya, and Hamadagni, and Bharadwaja, and Sambarta, and Chiavana, and Turbasa the High, and the virtuous Rishyas Ringa, the illustrious Sunat Kumara of great Tapasya, master of all things regarding yoga, Asita and Devala, and Hagishabhya, who know thoughts, Rishabha, Ahitasatru, and Mani of great vitality, and the science of healing with its 8 branches, all interpersonified forms, O Bharata, Soma with all the stars and the constellations, Aditya with all his rays, the Vayus, the Yagnas, the declarations of intent in sacrifices, the vital principles, those luminous and bow-observing beings personified, and many others, too numerous to name, all attend upon Brahma in that sabha. Wealth, religion, desire, joy, aversion, asceticism, and tranquility all wait upon the supreme deity in that palace, the 20 tribes of the Gandharvas and Apsaras, as also their 7 other tribes, all the Lokapalas, Sukra, Brihaspati, Buddha, Angaraka, Sani, Rahu, and the other planets, the mantras, the sacred mantras of that Veda, the rites of Harimat, and Vasumat, the Adityas with Indra, the 2 Agnis, Agnisoma and Indragni, the Marutas, Vishwakarman, the Vasus, O Bharata, the Peters, and every sacrificial libation, the 4 Vedas, Rig, Sama, Yahu, and Atharva, all the sciences and branches of learning, the Itihasas, and all the minor branches of learning, the several Vedangas, the planets, the sacrifices, the Soma, all the Devas, Savitri, who is Gayatri, the 7 kinds of matter, understanding, patience, memory, wisdom, intelligence, fame, forgiveness, the hymns of the Samaveda, the science of all hymns, all the kinds of verses and songs, various commentaries with arguments, all in personified forms, O king, and various plays and poems and stories. These also and countless others wait upon the supreme deity in that sabha. Kshanas, lavas, muhurtas, day, night, fortnights, months, the 6 seasons, O Bharata, years, yugas, the 4 kinds of days and nights, and that eternal, imperishable, undecaying, most excellent Kala Chakra, the wheel of time, and also the wheel of Dharma, virtue. These always wait there, O Yudhishthira, and Aditi, Diti, Danu, Surasa, Vinata, Ira, Kalika, Surabhi Devi, Sarama, Gautami, and the goddesses Prabhankadru, these mothers of the celestials, and Rudrani, Sri, Lakshmi, Bhadra, Sashti, the earth, Ganga, Hri, Swaha, Kriti, the goddess Sura, Sachipushti, Arunhati, Sambriti, Asan, Yatis, Srishti, Arati, these and many other devis wait upon the creator of all. The Adityas, Vasus, Rudras, Marutas, Aswinas, the Viswadevas, Satyas, and the Piters bless with the swiftness of the mind. These wait there upon the grandsire, and Bharatari note that there are 7 classes of Piters, of which 4 have embodied forms, and the remaining 3 dwell there without bodies or forms. It is known that the illustrious Vairajas, Agniswatas, and Garhapatyas, 3 classes of Piters, range in heaven, and those amongst the Piters that are called the Somapas, the Ekasaringas, the Chaturvedas and the Kalas are ever worshipped amongst the 4 Varnas of men. Gratified first with the Soma Rasa, this later gratified Soma. All these tribes of Piters wait upon the Lord of creation and joyfully worship the supreme God of sorry for hitting the mic so much today, of measureless Tejas, and Rakshasas, Pisachas, Danavas, and Guyakas, Nagas, Pakshis, and various beasts, and all the great beings, mobile and unmoving. All worship the Pitamaha, and Purandara, Lord of the Devas, and Varuna, and Kubera, and Yama, and Mahadeva with Uma, always go there, and Rajathiraha, Mahasena, Kartikeya, also towards the grandsire there, Narayana himself, and the Devarishis, and the rishis called Barakhilias, and all the beings born of female wombs, and all those not womb born, and whatever else there is in the 3 worlds, which moves and the immobile, also there, known O king, and 80,000 celibate rishis, their vital seed indrown, and opened up 50,000 rishis with sons. I saw all these there, the dwellers in heaven go to that sabha, look upon the supreme God, when they like, and worshipping him by bowing their heads, return to their abodes, king of men, the grandsire of all created beings, the soul of the universe, the self-created Brahma of fathomless intellect and glory, equally merciful to all creatures, honors each as they deserve, and gratifies with sweet speech and gifts of wealth and other things of enjoyment the Devas, the Daityas, the Nagas, the Brahmanas, the Yakshas, the Pakshis, the Kaleyas, the Gandharvas, the Apsaras, and all the other lofty beings who come to him as his guest. And that Sakha of delight, O child, always thrones with those who come and go, brimming with every kind of tejas, worshipped by Brahmarishis. That celestial hall blazes forth with the divine and graceful possessions of Brahma, and is enchanting to look at, tiger among men, even as this Sakha of yours is unrivaled in the world of men, so is the Sakha of Brahma, which I have seen, peerless in all the worlds. What? Repetition? Error? I don't know. I guess peerless in all the worlds. This Sakha I have seen, O Mahabharata, in the realm of the celestials. This Sakha of yours is unquestionably the best in the world of men. My man, what a crazy description. Yeah, I guess in that sense, we can try to stop here, I will say, because I don't believe we will really have that much more to add so far. Not because yeah, we are going to try to partition this for the sake of not having to let's say deal with the fact that this is almost separated from the rest of the story, you know. So yeah, we're going to give it a closure here in this part. I think it wasn't really that taxing in a sense, because also other descriptions are comprehensible enough. In this case, it happens that sadly the descriptions are so impossible to envision that how can I see the embodiment of a mountain? I don't know which kind of shape it is going to take, or how should I try to see it existing, or anything like that. So it gets kind of hard to really say, yeah, this is happening like this, or this is what I should be observing, or whatever. It the same, yeah. For example, the same as with specifically with what was described on this the last, what was it? The last sabha of Bhishma, sorry. The so many magnificent, quote unquote magnificent things that exist in the simple realm of concepts. How can I see vitality? Vitality. What? What the? I do not mean it as an insult, but really, how do I envision vitality? What are you talking about, my man? Are you crazy? Are you out of your mind? I can't see it. I can't envision it. I can't, in any simple way, form the shape of that. I think, and yeah, it is kind of hard to make it appear. But anyways, here we finish with that. So yeah, let us rate somebody and let us give a closure to this. As always, thanks for being here. Thanks for the opportunity. Thanks for everything that always happens. It was, even if that happened, it is always a soulful experience to read. I mean, what wasn't on the realm of completely out of this world descriptions was still incredibly good to see. So yeah, as always, a pleasure. Thanks for being here. Thanks for paying attention. Thanks for lurking. Thanks for watching the VOD as always. Everybody, thanks for all. And now we are going to raid Sukadari, who is playing Genshin Impact. So yeah, thanks for everything. Now, time to take a rest, a break, and remember, later we're going to get here, but whenever it happens, it happens. There is no worry. And yeah, stay safe, everybody. Now, raid, who? Sukadari, playing Genshin Impact. Goodbye. Thanks. Ciao. Ciao.